There you are, right there. Oh, you're right there. You're right.
Don't mind us for discussing Rihanna. For lack of output.
That's my picture.
Oh, is it? Okay. Awesome.
I think it's live. I don't know.
Okay. We're just kidding, by the way. Okay, that was awesome. Babies are awesome. I'll be back up. Scream my heart. And you know the periodic little songs up on the brain once every 5 years. That's I can down. Yeah. Okay. Adele's first EP. That's the thing. That's what it's about. So Adele's first EP. What are you saying? What are you trying to say? Her career is not lit on it. January 2008. That's a Oh, we're gonna get into debates because I have my own thoughts on best of this now. We'll say this for another. Hey. Oh, it's just are you directly telling me this or just telling everybody? No smoking. School property.
Smoking dirt, sir? Okay, so how do you want to do this? Do you want to just all do it one person? 200. Yeah, one person. So you just kind of need me to tell everybody. Build that in. That's like an company. That's just kind of be. Oh. Oh, you did come. I'm just going to run over to the beach to grab a sandwich. I usually stop after my run.
Okay. and I could not go to with you guys.
Why give her the warning? I'm going back.
in the backpack. Would I go around? Would I be able to like walk around in there? Would I be able to walk around and throw something else? Okay. Now? Don't ignore me. Don't ignore the thing that your dog is right here. And she's ignoring me. You missed on the high five from smoking. Yeah. Wait, you just no, mom, right here. Hello. No, you're not sitting now. Hey, boy. Brother is shy Hey, Cole. What? Is he coming for a dance? Is that what he's here? A dance class? Oh, because his class is in here for the Pow Wow. Oh, yeah. That makes sense because that's part of his culture, right? I think I do. Where am I then? Right there. Can anyone hold it? I'm coming down. Good job.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Troy Walmsley. We're gonna open up with a fight song, so we invite the spirits to come in. So when you start singing, please stand. The crowd hasn't started yet. Basically, they're open protocol to honor the drum and the dancers that are here to fight. Check. Paul Darling kicking around. Paul Darling, Tennessee stand. All right, good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? Let's make some noise. It's a good day for a Pow Wow. So on the count of three, I want everybody to give me a big boojoo, okay? I want them to be able to hear it downtown. Okay, so the count of three, you're gonna give me a big boojoo. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's good. That's what I like to hear. So we're before we get into our events for the day, we're in for a real fun day. I would just like to introduce myself. First, I'm going to do it in my language, and then I'm going to do it in English. Osawa Mijik, Indigenous Cause, Name Dotim, Mikasi Sagagat, and Dochi. So what I said there was my Anishinaabe name, which kind of translates in English to the brown sky. My clan is the Sturgeon, and I'm from Eagle Lake First Nation, about 15, 20 minutes outside of town here. So good to meet you. If I haven't met you before, and I just wanted to do a couple quick housekeeping things. First, most important is our washrooms. So the staff here are asking that when you have to go to the bathroom, make sure you use the washrooms in the student square. I'm going to show you guys the emergency exit. So in the event of a fire or anything like that, we're going to be leaving this door, okay? Just the door in the back. And dance registration is going to be happening outside the gym. It's going to be your honorarium is $5 for each dancer. And just a heads up, we're going to have some food for sale. That's going to start about 11:30. They got some great stuff for you, some panic, some Indian tacos, and that's going to be outside the big gym. And they're taking just cash only for that. But I'm sure if you ask them nicely, they'll probably give you a freebie. Okay? So I am going.
Thank you very much for coming to Drayton High School. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming to Drayton High School and celebrating the culture with us. We have 40% of our students are Indigenous students at Drayton High School, and we are very proud to have many Pow Wow for you today. I'm going to talk a little bit later about the Pow Wow itself. I'm going to hand it over right away, but I do want to honor and respect and acknowledge the drum and the elders in the room today. And now I will hand it over. Now I'll hand it over to our Indigenous lead for Creation Nutrition Business School Board.
you talked about introducing cause. My name is Leonard Curry, like Washington says. I'm the Indigenous Education Lead for the QA School Board. And I'm honored today to speak at our 25th annual DHS Mini Pow Wow and be part of recognizing Mr. Leonard Sky. I am the Indigenous Education Lead, like I said. This position would not exist if not for the hard work and perseverance of leaders like Mr. Sky. I was asked to speak briefly today to help honor Mr. Sky's contribution to bringing this powwow to DHS, but like some of Mr. Sky's stories, this might take a while. Because on certain occasions like this, it takes time to share what needs to be said and to show the proper respect. Mr. Sky talked about that. Mr. Sky was a man ahead of his time when it came to inclusive and cultural education. As a residential school survivor who was taken from his home at age 5, he survived school, went on and attended university, became a teacher at a time when systemic barriers made it very difficult for First Nation people to succeed in education. He was the first ever First Nation teacher at Dryden High School, and in 1995, when he first came, there was very little, if nothing, in the curriculum for Indigenous studies. So he taught the history of Treaty 3 and started the mini powwow that you're here experiencing today. He not only did this for the First Nation students, but he always wanted to include everyone. A quote from Mr. Sky himself: "The powwow made a difference not only for First Nation students, but a lot of non-Indigenous students too. It opened their eyes to our culture, and the students went home and taught their parents. The non-Indigenous students were the ones that are now learning the language and our history. That's all it takes. It's the planting of a seed in one person, and they'll continue on." This idea was groundbreaking at the time, and now this type of education is the guiding principles of cultural responsive and relevant teaching practices, and the core of reconciliation work in our board. Mr. Sky has always presented the Day of the Powwow as a multicultural celebration at DHS. This work has been recognized by the Dryden Area Anti-Racism Network, which created an award to recognize an individual, business, or organization that has demonstrated leadership above and beyond everyday efforts to enhance diversity, respect, harmony, equality, humility, dignity, and self-esteem. Mr. Sky was the first recipient of this award, and it is called the Leonard Sky Building Bridges Award. The Dryden Area Anti-Racism Network has given this award recently to KPSB and local schools for demonstrating this type of leadership by recognizing the cultural awareness that fosters positive attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors in both students and staff. And this work started here with Mr. Sky. It is very fitting that today, at the DHS Mini Powwow, that it be renamed in honor for the work and commitment that Mr. Sky brings to our school, to Dryden, and the surrounding communities. Mr. Sky, you overcame obstacles, all the while retaining your love for your language and culture. When many choose to get angry, you choose to educate. Yachi Miigwech for your perseverance, all your teachings, for your sharing of our culture and our language in a respectful and honorable way through education and patience. Miigwech.
Mr. Gardner. And, I was here in 1995 when we had the first mini powwow. Some of the teachers, I was a young teacher, and we helped, but it was driven by Mr. Sky, driven by his students. They went out and sought sponsorship. We started the first mini powwow. And it's been 25 years of having this here. So it's the 25th anniversary of the powwow. We missed 2 years because of COVID, but in celebration of the 25 years of the Pow Wow. My dear friend, my elder I go to for advice. We are going to rename the Pow Wow annual Leonard Sky Brighton High School mini Pow Wow from this day forward. So we will have an annual Pow Wow. Mr. Sky, can you come up here? We have an honor for you. We want to honor you, and I have the co-chairs, which are here. Where's my co-chairs? We have Alyssa and Sherry Jacqueline, Alyssa Kirawat, who've been doing all the work behind trying to get the Pow Wow up and running after COVID. We also have Carabella and Ryan and so many others helping out. But we have an honor gift for Mr. Sky, naming the Pow Wow, the annual Leonard Sky Brighton High School mini Pow Wow, and honoring him with a blanket. See you later. And now to our MC.
Once again, give it up for Mr. Sky. You know what I was thinking while this was all going on, though? I was thinking, I am never going to hear the end of this. Because Mr. Sky texts me every morning at 6 a.m. like clockwork. He's the first guy to text me to start my day. And tomorrow, he's going to be like, well, what? I have Pow Wow named after me now. Okay, so we are going to move along here. We do have a couple guest speakers, a couple guests of honor today before we start getting into the Pow Wow. We're going to shoot for 12 o'clock to start the grand entry. But getting us there, we have a couple speakers. We're going to invite the man himself, Mr. Sky, to speak for us today to share some traditions and some of his thoughts. So you guys are in for a treat here. So what he's done, giving his wife a hug there, we'll get him to come up and talk for us, okay? Okay, once again, give it up for Mr. Nice to see you guys here, the drummers, the students, and the first Pow Wow we organized. I said my colleague was Mr. Hopkins. Now he is the principal. We have nothing in the bank, but with hard work and perseverance, my students came up with the money needed to offset the cost. And I'm proud to organize the first Pow Wow. Hardly anybody knew what a Pow Wow was. And looking around, I see some of my colleagues, and which are my student, and Lloyd was one of them. And you could hear him down the hallway when I walked to my classroom. That's how loud he was. So anyways, I told him, maybe one day you'll have a career that entails talking. Now, he was a DJ here in the community, and a good one at that, and I'm proud of him. He got a job talking at the MC, and also he looked up to me sometimes. And I gave him pointers in the right direction, like my other students. And when I went to the hospital, I looked at the nurses. It's our turn to look after you, they told me. So when I looked in the crowd, a lot of young people, these are our future. And it took 53 years to get this Pow Wow student here. Nobody knew what a Pow Wow was about. I talked to deaf ears. So I went on to school. This is where I made the difference. The singers have changed faces too over the years, and except for the old timers that are sitting there, Roy and Clarence, we call him an old timer now. And I went to residential school with Roy. We survived the hardships there. It wasn't fun going there. Language and culture was at stake. But I held on to mine, and all the schools did the same thing. And we have one of the guests of honor, Sally, picture here. We went to school with her. And we used to sit the back of her and pull her hair. We tortured her. And public, even at residential school, we had our mischievous things. So, anyways, with hard work and perseverance, this event came to being, and I'm proud of it, and proud of the organizers that are carrying it on, and it brings people together, not fighting. You know, the Creator brought people in the world different, and we must come together, live together. And if you turn on the news, what's happening in Ukraine is horrible, and shouldn't happen. And this is one of the things bringing people together to live together in harmony. What I mean, with livable conditions. That's the purpose of the show, and also recognize the residential school survivors, what they went through, because of we're different. We're not miracle workers, but
I mean, with the future sitting on the bleachers, we have 4 folks to work with. Okay, I like the people sitting in the bleachers. So look to your right. Okay, everybody look to your right. Your partner. Okay, the other partner look back. You got a partner. Okay. You got a partner looking at you. Let's go. For him or her. So anyways, like I mean, I could go on and on and on. But my sake of trying to put a song and dance that we're going to do. And we got another speaker, Star Stallone. And he was a student of mine. And he was a brass dancer to begin with at the high school. He was teacher at the high school. And Lloyd, too, he was speaker in this morning program. He sang some weird song. Well, anyway, there he is. But I mean, he made it through. So anyway, I guess alone is the next guest. Okay, you guys enjoyed the day. So,
Bonjour, obrigado por essa entrevista. My English name is Stallone English. I come from Treaty 9. It's my home. My homeland, far apart. And I was asked today by my former teacher to come and speak with you guys briefly. So what I do is I do a lot of traveling. I do a lot of speaking like this. I do a lot of performing. I do a lot of youth work all over the north when I'm asked to come up. I don't do it alone. I'm always with a crew. It was always a dream of mine. Now, growing up, I wasn't the kid to be speaking in a classroom. I wasn't the type to answer questions anytime a teacher would ask me something. Anytime they would say, "Hello, do you want to answer this?" Ask me a question. I was that kid who was sitting in the back of the classroom with my hood on, with my headphones on, listening to music. Because I used to not be able to speak to anybody. So anytime I was asked to talk in class, my face would heat up, get all hot, my cheeks would get red, my heart would start pounding, I get nervous, I get shaky. Even just to answer a simple math question like what's 2 plus 2? I couldn't do it. And a lot of times I took a fail. If there was a class project that was due, and you had to do a little presentation, I'd just take the fail. Because I was so nervous about speaking, about talking in front of people. Until one day, I found poetry. I started writing my feelings, what I was feeling in those moments. Eventually, that poetry turned to hip hop. I don't know how I ended up doing hip hop because I was raised listening to heavy rock, heavy metal, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Slipknot, all that. But somehow I ended up doing hip hop. I still don't know. I still question it. But it was the gift I was given. So I embraced it.
And then in grade 9, I started taking music seriously. I started writing songs, trying to rap to beats. And my cousin had this little recording machine. He said, hey man, come over after school, let's record something. So I was like, all right, cool. Didn't know what I was doing, but I went anyway. And then we did like a cheap little song, a little 2-minute song. I had nothing written, so I just started freestyling. And then that was my first ever song. I listened to it. I was like, I suck. I really suck. In my head, I was cool. I was on point, but really it was a little offbeat, you know. But you know what? I kept at it because it made me happy. It made me get over the feeling of anxiety or stress or being scared. It took all that away. And then when I was your age in high school, I started working harder. Came a lot of hate, a lot of doubt, a lot of being laughed at, a lot of being looked at as a joke because I was trying to rap. But I said, screw that, man. Makes me happy. I suck, but I'm going to keep going. And then one day, I know I'll be good. And one day, I'm going to take my music and travel with it. I'm going to encourage other kids to do what it is that makes them comfortable, what makes them happy. So I pushed through all that. I pushed through all the jokes, all the finger pointing and laughing at me. I pushed through that. I worked through that. I started selling CDs, those finished songs I recorded. In my mind, I was like, man, I don't even know if I'll sell any CDs, to be honest. But I remember I made 50 CDs. And there was a hockey game in town. So I was like, all right, well, let's try this. So I took those CDs to that hockey game that night. But here goes nothing. So I put my hand up with some CDs, started walking around, and people started buying them. Selling them for like $5 a CD. So every single CD I had. And after that, days after, guys were coming up to me asking me for more CDs because they heard it and they wanted a copy. So I'm like, okay, we're on to something. So I just kept going, kept working, kept rapping, kept, pushing through all that doubt. And now today, I have the opportunity and the honor to say that I visited pretty much every single community from Manitoba side of Ontario all the way to the James Bay coast with my music that I worked on. Talked to hundreds of kids, did many songwriting workshops with them. And that all started with just a dream. It all started with just a goal. Not only that, but I used to watch these guys on TV. Right? So when I was in high school, and there were a couple. There was one called War Party. They were from Alberta. There was one called Team Reds Official. They were from Alberta, and there was nobody here in this area. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try to be this person on this side. I was watching Rap City on Much Music one night. Team Reds Official came on there. They had a #1 song in Canada called Lonely. You go on YouTube, search Reds Official, Lonely, you'll see that video. That came on TV when I was in the hotel room one night. I was like, yeah! So I used to love these guys. I was super proud to see, a native group on national television on Much Music at the time. So they were #1. And I remember looking at the TV and looking at my favorite one out of that group and saying, one day I'm going to work with that guy right there. because his style matched my style. The way he rapped, the way he flowed, the way he performed, the way he did everything. I said, one day I'm going to work with that guy. I know it. Now here I am today traveling with that guy I see on TV. You know, he calls me his little brother. And today I'm just like, man, this is crazy. He goes by the name Drezus. Drezus. If you look him up, he's huge. He recently won an MTV Music Award with his group. So he's got the cool little movement trophy. And every now and then I look at my crew that I travel with. I travel with guys in the classic groups, also an award winner. I travel with one of our sisters, Natasha Fisher, amazing singer-songwriter. I look at J-Mac, one of my favorite DJs from Res Official. Him and Drees travel together, so it's like a double package. And one thing about him was I looked up to him as a beat maker because his style of beats was always my style. So I get to work with two of my most biggest idols. And we've been in sweat lodges together. We've done everything together. My message that I want to tell you kids that whatever it is that seems too big to accomplish, nothing is ever too big. This, I guess, tour you could call it, that I put together is called Reach for Life Tour. And we go around speaking with people of all ages to help them believe in themselves, to accomplish what it is that they want in life, no matter how old they get, no matter where it is they are, no matter any of the circumstances. You can always reach for life and accomplish anything it is you put your mind to, no matter how high that dream may seem. Because in my mind, I never thought I'd be traveling and doing what it is that I do, what I'm gifted to do. I hold a lot of things close to my heart, and one of them is these guys here in the center. My brother Storm there, his brother T-Bird, you know, we've been drumming together for years. The late Brad pretty much took us under his wing and taught us all the songs, most of the songs we know today. I just want to acknowledge Brad right now because he used to always want to come to this power all the time. So, key things you got to do. One is to dream. Without a dream, there's nothing, right? So one, you got to dream. Two, you got to believe. Because if you don't believe your dream, how is your dream going to come to reality? Once you start to dream, once you start to believe, then the third, you'll start to achieve those goals that you want in your life. You'll achieve what it is that you aspire to be. And I mean that. I used to doubt all that until I started seeing it for myself. And it's always an amazing feeling once you get to where it is you want to go, get to where it is you want to be. And it's hard work, but the work pays off. I also want to acknowledge every single female in this room, all our women, because I was raised by a woman, a female. And today, our females are our leaders. Without women, there is no money. Right? Doesn't matter what species it is. Without the female, there is no life. I want to acknowledge beautiful women in here for giving us that gift of life today. And to my males out here, all of us males, men, we always have to uplift our women. Back in the day, we used to be known as the leaders. The men were the leaders. In my mind, nope. The women are our leaders. So fellas, when you go home today or right now, you gotta go thank her for everything that she will bring into this world. For all the hard work they do to get to these positions. I see a female officer here today. You know? To get to where she is, to be a protector of the community. So I'm acknowledge you today. My sister's actually a police officer. So respect to you guys. So that's what I want to leave with you guys, is 3 key components to achieving. 1, dream. 2, believe. Once you start to believe, you'll start to achieve. I mean that. I want to end my little portion here with this flute that I brought. I only bring it up for special little occasions. For some reason, it was telling me to bring them today. So I'll dedicate a song to Leonard today.
we gotta give it to him one more time. Let's hear it. Need to go to the style for the beautiful song and the beautiful words there. I want to tell you guys a little story about Sky. We were kind of at the same age group. I was like him too. I was kind of like a punk rock guy. Used to play in bands, and one time we were doing a battle of the bands in Sulikout, and then there was a fella who was a rapper who came on before the bands, and it was Sky. And Sky rapped over the North of 60 theme song, which I thought was like the most mind-blowing thing. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the North of 60 theme song. That's a pretty sweet beat to rap over. So that's what I always remember about Sky. It's still super cool when I think about it. So now we'd like to turn it over to another one of our guests of honors, a man who needs no introduction. A man that everybody calls Uncle Roy. I like to call Roy to the podium, please. Give him a hand.
We're going to put up next politician here for a while. And the other people kind of hold on anyway, so the wine with the top. And they give you a secret sign. Yeah. However, nowadays, for elders, our young people are and sometimes we got a tough fight. And so it takes a bit longer, but I'm not going to do that to you today. We'll talk English. So everybody will everybody. I was asked, give us a tobacco here to a little bit of idle, picked up through the years. What is the meaning of why are we here today? And why our ancestors had followed many generations and had actually a powwow is sort of a ceremony. As you know, with the sea around the floor here, we're sitting in a circle. And ceremony is always done in a circle. There's no sides. A square has sides. Our ancestors, nature has always been circled. And our grandfather, the sun, reminds us every day. When he comes, he goes in a circle around our mother, the earth. Now, of course, our mother, the earth, is a circle. And For us, Native people, the sacred circle is very special for life and the multitude. It goes that since creation, and that's what the Creator designed it to be in a circle. Even the animals that live in a circle. Birds, they make their nests in a circle. And everything wants to be in a circle. And newcomers first came here. Of course, they thought that the world was lost. Remember Christopher Columbus? So they were scared to go out in the open. Better than they really fun. I wondered why. And when the newcomers came here, they found